All right, welcome to how to do your 1 rep max test on yourself, so that way you will be able to give out this information to other fitness professionals, so that way you can find out just exactly where you are to determining your health and your fitness, your strength and your power. All right, so check this out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually show you your bench press. So when I go through this, I'm going to explain to you exactly how I'm doing this and why I'm doing this and what I'm looking for in order to accomplish exactly what it is you're trying to accomplish, right? So first thing you need to do is going to lay back. If you see my video on how to bench press, this is kind of the same thing, but this is a little bit more specific. So you're going to lay back. Your eyes are going to be right in line with the bar, depending on your width of your shoulders. So what I want you to do is take and line your hands up with the width of your shoulders, and then stick your hands up. So now you should be lined up with the bar. So now you should know exactly where your grip is. So now when you know what your grip is, squeeze your shoulder blades tight, lock your arms out, bring it forward, and then come straight down. When you come straight down, you should be right at your sternum, right above, right just below your chest, right? So from here, you're gonna come up, and you're gonna rack it back. Now, obviously, this is really light. I could do this for practically hours almost. But the fact of the matter is that's the way you push off. So now what you're gonna do is after your first warm up, because you're gonna warm up with something relatively light, maybe about 55 to, maybe that's the bar's 40, so maybe about 65 pounds. Warm up with that, and then you're gonna test yourself. I wouldn't start with where you think you are. I would actually start with a reasonable amount of weight based upon your body type. And every 3 minutes, I would go back and add more weight, push off, rack it back. Every 2 to 3 minutes. Actually, I'll probably wait 5 minutes and start all over again with more weight on there. And once you meet the point where you can't lift it anymore, the last rep that you did when you were successful is your maximum strength. All right? I'll see you on the next exercise. All right, now you're at a lat pull down. Now there's very different variations to this. There's your cable pull down, and you also have your hamstring pull down. So whichever one you have in your gym is just fine. That's not a necessity of changing it up or finding the right machine. So as long as you have a lat pull down machine, you can actually do this test. So right now, for contrast, I have a little bit of weight on here, approximately about 45 pounds on each side. And just so I can actually show you without throwing myself backwards, I'm gonna actually show you. So now what you do is you grab hold. Your hands are about, again, shoulder width apart. You're gonna lean back. So now when you lean back, you gotta be, you don't wanna be here where your arms are by your ears. You wanna be at maybe about a 35 to 45 degree angle here. Keep your stomach tight. Drive with your elbows. Squeeze them down and pull back up. Drive. So now, whatever your 1 rep max is without losing your form. So I don't want to see, so if you gotta yank it, if you gotta swing down and do all of this, that is not your 1 rep max. That is you cheating in order to accomplish the movement. You should literally be able to keep your posture, keep your stomach tight, keep your back straight, arms at about 35 to 45 degrees, and drive straight down, squeezing your shoulder blades together and driving with your elbows. You should not be pulling with your biceps. When you're pulling with your biceps, this is not going to work for you. So keep that in mind when you try this out for yourself, so that way you have an accurate reading as to how strong you actually are. I'll see you in the next exercise. All right. Now next is your shoulder press test. So like I said, I want to remind you that you're not going to be lifting a ridiculous amount of weight off the bat. You got to start off low and gradually increase the weight until you find the weight that you can only lift once and only once. And that way, once you find that weight, then obviously you'll find it. But I just want to reiterate to you that it's really important that you go through the proper channels and the steps, that you just don't go gung-ho and start trying to throw weight around. You start off with a relative weight that you know you can lift and gradually increase that weight, 1 rep every 3 to 5 minutes. And once you find that 1 rep max, go ahead and report it to your fitness professional, whether it be me or someone else, doesn't matter. All right, so here we go. Here's the shoulder press. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold it. Now notice my arms are at a 90-degree angle right by my ears. Press straight up, bring it back down. Once you could do that once, if you could only do that once, that's your 1 rep max. That's for the dumbbells. Now with the barbells, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do the same lift with a barbell. However, your hands are gonna be underneath it, and you're gonna be at about shoulder width apart, and you're just gonna push straight up, just like that, and back down, and then you're done there. So again, every 3 to 5 minutes, you keep retesting, unless it was ridiculously light. Now, if it was really easy, like you can practically throw it in the air or something like that, then obviously you need to just go up in the next weight and go up in the next weight and go up in the next weight. But once it starts getting relatively difficult, don't give up because it got difficult. Go to the point of no return where you know you cannot lift this anymore. And then whenever you reach that point, go back maybe about 10% of the weight that you just attempted, and that should be your maximum 1 rep max, all right? See you at the next exercise. All right, so now we're on to a bicep curl, right? A bicep curl is not as easy as people make it, and it's not as hard as other people make it. So I'm gonna show you the proper way to do a bicep curl, and obviously we're gonna go to your 1 rep max by going through the proper protocols that I explained earlier in the video. So I'm just gonna demonstrate the movement as I know it to be, all right? So, you're gonna have the weight, your shoulder blades are squeezed, your knees are slightly bent, chest is up, and then you're just gonna pull straight up. Bring it down. You can do more than 1 rep. Obviously, this is not your 1 rep max. So you should be struggling, fighting, but keeping good form. So to give you an example of what that looks like, if you're pulling and your body's keeping that posture and it's moving, and it's moving, and it's moving, and it's moving, and that's it, that is what your 1 rep max should look like. All right? So once you know your 1 rep max, then I'll be able to give you a better understanding of exactly how strong or weak you actually are. I'll see you at the next exercise. Last and final exercise here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do a leg press. The leg press is basically almost a simulation of a squat, but for people who don't know how to squat properly, I just want to avoid giving you that advice at this point because that's something that I have to physically see you do in order to understand exactly what it is that you should or should not be doing during that exercise. But the leg press is a little bit more simple. So here we go. We're gonna put our feet up here. We're gonna brace ourselves. Obviously, we need to start off, like I said, with the protocols. Start off with something relatively light, but don't be hyper aggressive about finding your 1 rep max right away. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep your feet here. You're gonna push off. Obviously, unhinge the safety features on your leg press machine at your location. But then after that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold on to the handles, bend your knees, and then push. You should basically meet a 90-degree angle, and if you can't make that 90-degree angle, then obviously that weight is too heavy. So you gotta break that 90, then push. If you got it up relatively easy, again, keep going up by roughly about 10 to 20% of the weight that you have on there at this point, and see where you're at. And if you find yourself struggling to lift that, that is where your 1 rep max is, all right? Now, I sincerely hope that you found this video instructional and informational. Go ahead and feel free to click like and share on my YouTube channel. Hopefully I'll see you next year. Merry Christmas, have a nice day, and be the best you. Don't forget to click share and like my video. Have a nice day, be the best you.